More. Hi, everybody. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Hello. How's everybody? Good to see you all. Nice to be here in my fish room today. I'm going collecting today. I'm going to meet up with Florida Rescue. We're going over through Arcadia, over close to the Okeechobee, I guess, to collect some pygmy sunfish. We'll see how it all goes out. Hello, Joey.
Good morning.
Good
morning.
Nice to see. Oh,
Good
nice to see you.
So, were you were mentioning you were going collecting? Did you finish talking about that yet? Or I don't want to interrupt on the hellos.
Yeah, let's do hello.
Okay. Let's start from the top. Let's take it from the top.
Go for it.
Dennis Lord, Glass Fox, Fish on Tank Dicks, and lots of chit chat. Jenny Lynn's here this morning. Karuna Karen, Patrick Colson. And then I see Colored Guppies, James Handy, Jenny Lynn, and then Mermaids Chorus, World's Smallest Fish Room, Johan, hello. And my sister Stephanie's here. Good morning, Patrick Murphy. And
Richards.
Yeah, and then I see David Phillips, hello. And I'm trying not to do too many reasons. Kyle's Aquarimetrics, good morning. And my fish tanks aquatics, tropics. That's a tongue twister. Good morning and welcome. Looks like you're new here. Welcome. Chevy Fish is in the house. Ren LaRue. Who else do we see here? It's like Romper Room. Who do I see? Catfish Terry's in the house this morning. Welcome.
Hey,
TJ, sorry. Welcome. And, I'm blocking somebody. We don't want to block them. Joshua Miller, I may have already said hello. And then Monster Fish Gal, Lori, thanks for coming in. Alan Matthews. Woo, I'm scrolling. There's a lot going on here. Aunt Richards is new. Good morning. Welcome. And then Main Sales Fins and Furs, Jess. Good morning. Atkins Nature Crayons, Ian. Hello. KZ. Hello. Good morning. And I think I'm to the bottom. Did you see anybody I missed?
I don't know. You got a lot. I assume you got a.
I tried. If I missed you, I did not mean to.
Ren LaRue.
Yep. Ren is here. She made it today.
Bill Witt. There's Bill Witt. Hey, Bill. Helen Matthews, Aquatics.
Good morning.
Hi, Jacobs.
Yes, Jacobs Aquatics is also new. Good morning. He's stopping in to say hi. Thank you. Hitting the like button.
New people here today. We'll give Jacobs a wrench here for his dutiful.
And I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit everybody right out of the gate.
We need thumbs up, right?
Good morning, Howard. But I want everybody to smash the like button, people. Let's go. Woo! Who put a quarter in me, right?
Put a quarter in the slot.
Yeah. Anyway, I know. Sounds like a slot machine. I like the sounds of slot machine.
Really, Ren's going in for back injections. Whoopsie-doo. Well,
Wow.
I hope it helps.
Yeah, I hope that helps.
Science
Good morning,
Gal. Hey,
Tim.
Science Gal. Happy to see you.
Yeah.
Hey, Fish
Good
Tanks
morning.
Aquatics.
Oh, you got Jacobs. Okay. Oh, formerly Fat Man. Okay. All right, Jacob. I'll try to remember that. Science
That's
Gal
Jacob.
Carrie. Good morning. Good morning. I'm pretty careful, Johans. I think somebody was afraid I was gonna hit my fish tank, but I'm pretty good. I got well, if I hit it, I hit it. Really want you to hit that like button. So anyway, this is a good time for anybody to throw a question in. Joey, what do you feed? Well, good morning, Brian. Joey, what do you feed your microworms to? Well, basically,
Up there, nickel in the Nickelodeon television.
um, so
Oh,
Brian, any babies that I have, I'll feed microworms.
music.
And I don't keep small fish, small enough fish to feed on a regular basis. So I just use them for fry. And I usually just feed them 2 or 3 days and then move on to brine shrimp. But that's what I use them for.
Guppy grass. Sold a bunch of guppy grass to the local fish store. Made my first money off my tanks and didn't even try. Good
That's
job.
cool.
Guppy
Cool.
grass. You
Good
betcha.
morning, Joanne. Good morning.
Ah.
Great to see everybody in here. Thanks for coming in.
Naresh wants you to say something about Henry Hall. Naresh found an old video, posted it on Discord, or I'm talking about Henry Hall. Henry Hall is an old-time fish keeper. I met Henry Hall in about 1978 or so. I got a video about him. You need to catch up with it. I think Naresh will probably remaster it and post it. So it'll be up.
He'll find it.
Amazing man. He was 80 years old, my age when I met him. And he had, at that point, the largest collection of big fish I'd ever seen. Ren LaRue, my first dirted cap tank has an aroma to it. I expect that since it's going through a natural cycle, should I leave it alone, let it do its thing? Am I supposed to be doing water changes? You should not smell anything. You need to add into sand.
Yeah.
You don't have adequate cap on the sand, on the dirt. Add some more sand to it.
And then do some water changes, LaRue, to get it
and do
back out. Yeah. LaRue. Ren. J-Dog said his niece said she has gray hair algae. Has anyone ever heard of it? Gray hair algae. Does that mean it's dead hair algae?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's... Because I've never heard of gray.
It could be blackbeard.
Yeah, but it doesn't usually grow like that, does it? Mine grew more like clumpy, sort of. I don't know.
Where's the...
I wonder if it's, like I said, I wonder if it's just dead, but still. Good morning, Grummel76. Good morning. And somebody said, who was it? Sue Ann says, I was babysitting Saturday night and she was sleeping at the end of the live until the hammer dropped. She was wide awake after that. Sorry. Sorry. So anyway, yeah, now's a great time to drop some questions in. Mr. Spoon, good morning. Good morning. I feel like we should sing a good morning song.
Earthy smell is kind of bad. I would say earthy smell is okay.
Okay, Tam, you'll be lurking. Okay. Okay, yeah, I mean, Kyle's saying the same thing you did. The Blackbeard can look gray.
Yeah, Tam, I'm getting your shipment out today. I hope.
You had your coffee mug out?
I
Cool.
got it about half done so far.
Yeah.
Kyle said Blackbeard definitely has a great tint to it.
Yeah. And certain
That would
light,
be
probably certain
my
angle.
guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning,
Uh,
Ron.
I would not ship. I would not ship fish USPS. Ship them UPS. UPS is not going to be more expensive, and it'll be a lot more dependable.
Yeah. Canisteo Valley Cichlids, good morning.
Canisteo. Hello, hello.
Okay, so I'm just looking to see if I've missed anything.
Uh,
So if anybody does have anything, throw it in. Yeah, I would just, I mean, Red, yeah, just do what Fatherfish said. Add a little more sand, do a few water changes. It should level out for you. Zebra Pleco fans, welcome and good morning. Good morning.
hey.
I'm sure we've got some other Pleco fans in here too.
Hey. Hello, Chevy.
Yes. All right. Well, I'm not seeing any questions, so what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, we're just.
Can one have
We got all the tools of the trade here, HB.
oh,
And
Okay.
one have today. One may have cake any day.
I was just going to say, is that even a question? A question?
Any day.
Can you have cake? I mean, I can have cake. I can eat cake any day. And pie.
You gotta have cake to eat cake.
Well, that's true.
Can Borrelia pistos coexist with angels in a 90-gallon? Pistos are pretty peaceful. It's a bottom fish. They tend to hang at the bottom. Angels tend to hang more at the middle and up. Want to see my angels? Let me show you my angels.
Yeah. Let's see how the angels are doing.
They're doing really well.
See how they're doing. I can see them from here. They have nice color. The koi do.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah. They really started coloring up. They're liking those water changes, Fatherfish.
Yes, they are. True enough. You
They
see
are.
the albinos?
Yeah.
In back of them there?
The what?
Albinos. My wire is twisted up here. Let me get it clear. There. Oops. There they are.
Oh, yep. I see them. Yeah, they're looking good.
Yeah, there's
Looking
another
real good.
one.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Well,
angels are looking great.
Get the right
Yeah.
Yep.
We're still taking care of the eggs today.
Good.
The rainbow cichlids have got a big batch of eggs.
Good. That'll be fun. Keep track of that. Yeah.
Whoops.
All right. Somebody just asked. Ooh, I should have stopped my chat. Hold on.
Who is that? Pam. Added an inch of sand.
Added an inch of sand. Yeah. So, but somebody just
So
asked.
Howard wanted to know about
Somebody wants to know about a filter.
angels. Yeah, I don't see that there's a problem. That's a big tank too. The apistos like covers. So you want low growing plants in there for them.
Yeah. I'll find this question, but HB, yeah. Somehow I have a rubber mallet, and he found his sand bell. So yeah, we got to go it on now. Many ways to aggravate. Where is that question? Somebody's asking about an was it HMV filtration?
HMA filter.
Or HMA, okay. Filtration. You found it.
I found it.
Okay. I'm obviously scrolling up and down, and I'm just not seeing it for whatever reason. I don't know anything about that, unless I just don't know that terminology. Good morning, Deborah. Hello, Sarge. Morning.
HMA filter.
Oh, that kind of filter. Okay, yeah. All right. Not my thing, so you go.
Yeah, well, I do not, generally speaking, unless you're doing pretty specialized fish, there's no particular, I don't want to do that. There's no particular advantage to reducing your carbonates and general hardness to zero. I mean, that's the function of these filters, is to take out all of the mineralization, all of the general hardness, and reduce the hardness to zero, and pull out the carbonates, which reduces the pH to 7.0 until you get biological activity, and then it goes down to nothing. So, the reality is unless you're keeping fish that require very soft acid water and you don't otherwise have soft acid water, there's no particular reason to have it. In freshwater, in saltwater, it's a completely different matter. In saltwater, it's extremely helpful to have a filter that will take all of the hardness out, because you want to be able to monitor hardness in salt water. You're adding salt to the water, which increases the general hardness. But if you're constantly tapping off with regular hard water to cover for evaporation in the saltwater tank, you wind up with a dead sea. You wind up with water that's so hard that your fish cannot survive it. Now, what you'll notice is that the fish in the tank will be fine, but you won't be able to introduce new fish because the water conditions will be too extreme for them. So, a water.
Good morning, Misfit. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Misfit, very much.
We'll get to that question.
Use of a diatom. Ideal situation for a diatom filter. Well, that's another example of a great piece of technology that has extremely limited use.
Yeah,
I would, if I had one working, I would hook it up to this tank.
Right.
In order to get all the particulate matter out, because it would clear the water in an hour or two.
And that's what I used to use mine for in the store. Same thing. If I had a situation like that, I would throw it on there, and as you said, in an hour, and clear it up. But I didn't use them long term. They were just for that sort of application.
Yeah. Otherwise, it really has no particular function. Yeah.
Right.
It'll pull algae out of the water. You can put it in green water, it'll pull it out. Okay. But why would you want to do that?
Right. But in your case, Misfit, where you are, I believe, running a service business, that might be very useful when you're, cleaning up a tank or doing something and you want to run it and have a
absolutely. Absolutely.
It would probably be good for you to have one.
The company that makes them has gone out of business.
Right.
They were made in Florida for years and years. It's a family operation, very small family operation. They had a fire last year and did not rebuild, so they're gone.
Right.
And they're pretty difficult to make. The principle is it pulls water through a cloth bag that's coated with diatomaceous earth.
Powder. Yep.
Diatomaceous earth is the fossilized skeletal remains of diatoms. And if you look at a diatom, under a microscope, it's a very tiny little round ball that's full of holes. And the water actually is pulled through those holes and filtered. It's it's really a remarkable process. Thank you, Misfit.
Yeah, thank
Um,
you again. Thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
well, they're not only expensive; you can't get them. You
I
could
sold
probably
mine.
figure out a way. You could probably figure out a way to make one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wouldn't be that difficult to do, really. If you take a regular filter bag, put it in, put it in a jar or a tank or a bowl or something inside a bigger volume of water, and put Dynamax's earth in there. Put a pump in the bag, and let the pump suck water through the bag and deliver it to wherever you want to deliver it. If the water overflows into that bowl, the bag will capture the diatomaceous earth, and the water going through it will then be filtered by that diatomaceous earth. So you could make a very simple one very easily that would work really effectively. Being able to take it somewhere and set it up, that's a whole other issue. You'd have to do something a little more involved to make that work. But that's the principle. If you get the principle, you can uh, you can come up with a system that will allow you to use the technique.
Yep. Hello, Coffee. Haven't seen you for a bit. There's a few others that have strolled in. Mr. B's, CPDs, R&B Animals Collectibles. Good morning. You're new here. Good morning. Melvin. Good morning, Melvin. Let's see what else. I know I'm missing people, and I apologize because I got stuck back in the chat. I was going to try to do a couple things, but we got on those questions. So um, there was a little bit of talk. People were having success with babies. I think David Fellow said he had some babies this morning, and I forget who it was. I'll have to scroll back. But somebody was saying they were gonna have thought some baby rice fish. So that's awesome. Oh, Daisy Blue, Kyle Aquariumetrics, Daisy Blue rice fish for the first time. Awesome.
Was that David?
Yeah. No, Kyle Aquametrics is the one with the rice fish, and David, I believe, had some
Okay.
kind of Livebearer. I'm not sure if it was Molly's.
The Indeed crabs. I love the Indeed.
It's on my head. Yes. And Ren, just she's worried about spot cleaning before she puts the sand in. I would just put your sand in and then do your water changes. That's what I would do. What would you do, Featherfish?
Yeah. Where's the question?
She wanted to know if she should clean anything out before she added sand, and I'm saying just add your sand and then do your water
Oh,
change.
so like adding sand to capping gravel or something.
Right.
Yeah, just cap it. You want to keep
just
all.
cap it and do your water change.
Yeah, that's right. It helps build up the nutritional foundation.
Yeah. You're gonna be fine either way. It'll be good. It'll work out. Might take a week or two. And the odor that you are looking for is an earthy odor to your tank. There's always going to be an odor, but it's an earthy odor, not sewer.
You see the comment at Coffee 919. This part of the tank that had a lot of matter floating in it. You use the filter sock in a bucket and then back to the tank. Yeah, absolutely right. And if you will add, then if you will add Dynamax's to the bag, in the bag, then it will attach to the walls of the bag and the water will flow through it and it'll act as a micro filter.
Mm-hmm.
So you really can use it that way. A little of it tends to get in the tank initially, but it clears up very quickly and it doesn't cause a problem at all.
Yeah, it will make it milky looking. You'll freak out for a second, but it'll be okay.
Yeah, it's not dangerous at all.
Right.
It clears up very quickly.
Yeah. Good morning, B&D Crafts. Thank you for coming in. Good morning. Vinosky Tanks, hello.
RB,
Hello. Good morning,
RB
everyone.
Collectibles. Hello, hello.
Yeah, got a few new people in here this morning. Thank you all for joining
So
us.
Rosalind's going to have puppies.
Yes, my sister's
Nice.
daughter. Yeah, they're going to have some puppies. Absolutely. All right.
Standard
Oh,
poodles.
David says I have no food for them, so I looked on YouTube and they said egg yolk. Is that okay till I get something else? Yes, it is, but you can foul your water very quickly with egg yolk, so very
Yeah.
sparingly. You don't put much in. Use it very
What
sparingly.
you do not want to do is put a chunky egg yolk in.
Right.
Put the egg yolk, cook it, and put it in. You can even do it raw. Put it in um, a silk handkerchief, a piece of cheesecloth, something
Mm-hmm.
very, very fine, and squeeze out a few drops. You want a very tiny amount. Um, if you need to do something today, you can do that. Otherwise, you can grind up a mortar and pestle, grind up some regular fish food, and put that in.
Yeah.
Put a
Very
lettuce
fine.
leaf in a jar and set it outside. In a matter of days, you will have paramecium culture, which you can feed. Uh, try to get some
Huh.
brine shrimp eggs, hatching, hatch
Yeah.
out brine shrimp. What else can you do? That's if you have a ditch or a pond nearby, you can
Yeah.
go into it with a fine mesh net and net out microscopic stuff.
Yeah. Not
Be
sure what the
careful.
weather's like where you are, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joshua, have a good day. Thanks for coming in. King's here. King's back. King has a question, Fatherfish. He says,
Okay.
well, I don't know if it's a question or maybe a statement, but anyway, I have a 5-gallon cylindrical tower-like tank with a single betta. It has an under-gravel filter with a ½ inch of gravel. It is stable tank for 4 years, interestingly, and the nitrates are lower with the air pump off.
That's because the
Yeah,
air
that's
pump is
because, yeah,
flowing water through the
yeah,
gravel. So you're
yeah,
getting water flow through the gravel. With the
yeah,
air pump off, you don't get that water flow. And so it holds the waste down in the
down,
gravel better.
yeah,
If you will add about an inch of sand to that,
yeah.
you will get the same result.
And don't turn the air pump back on. Leave it off and add your sand, and yeah,
Yeah, and then after that, you can put the air pump back on,
yeah,
and the same will prevent the water from flowing through that gravel at the rate it had been.
right. Just let it settle out. Yeah,
What you're demonstrating is that gravel does not hold waste. With gravel,
right.
you have an open sewer. It's an open waste production system where the waste that's in the gravel is also in the water column. By capping it with sand, you're holding it down in there better and reducing the incidence of waste and or nitrates getting into the water column
Yeah.
from simple thing like water movement.
I just saw green thing come up. What did Ren do? Did she join? I can see her icon. Is that a super
What are
chat?
you talking about?
I thought maybe I see an icon that just came up. Is it a super chat? Looks like it's Ren. See her face? Do you see it? It's
Ren,
only
yeah.
yeah.
I got it. Super
Okay.
sticker.
Super
Thank you,
sticker.
Ren, very much. Yeah.
Thank you, Ren. Thank you so much. I'm like, I can't see what it is, but I can see something. Thank you so much. Um, hello, Mr. Manifesto. Good morning. And I'm not sure if I said hi to Deborah. Good morning, Deborah.
What is that? Fish and Tactics talking about James Handy, talking to him. That's what I thought. And what's James saying?
I don't know.
The bubbles reach the top of the water.
James is saying with gravel, you need to gravel back regularly. I don't know if that's what they're talking about, but I see that statement. Good morning, Fish and Wings. I hope you're doing well. That you're both doing well this morning. Oh, Amber, hello. Good morning. Big City Bettas is in here with us. Oh, she says she must have about 1,000 diamond tetra fry. Awesome. You start pulling eggs. I imagine.
That's great.
Hello, Rohan. Hello. Go. Oh, and Cody is in here. Good morning, Cody. Hello. Well, we've got a lot of new people in. How we doing on our likes, FATHERFISH?
We sure do. Let's see. We're at 76 watching, 54 likes. We're a little short on the likes.
We're a little short on the likes, so smash the like button, people. Let's go.
Really?
Sue Ann, welcome to Snook. Thanks for joining, Sue Ann.
Stable 30-gallon tank with one fish. Well, Deborah, is that fish 10 inches long? How many fish can I get? Depends on the size of the fish, Deborah. What do you have in there now?
Let's have an ugly fish. Let's have an ugly fish snail tank contest. Word done left. That's funny. And good morning. Word done
Ugly
left.
fish. That's curious, right?
Kind of like the ugly dog contest. I got some ugly tanks.
Really?
Some real ugly tanks.
You
You don't show them because they're so ugly.
Oh, strange conversation on here. I think my eyes are.
Well, my eyes are watery because I don't know. There's something in the air. My eyes are watery.
Puppy Grass was trying to get FATHERFISH riled up. What are you doing? Oh dear.
We missed it. Don't you hate that when you're trying to rile somebody up and they miss it? You know, that happens.
I know.
Deborah says, giant Danio. Oh, you're putting in giant
everybody
Danio?
on your case, right?
Deborah, the one asking about the fish going in the 30-gallon tank, was that Deborah? Because she's saying something about giant Danios and
I don't know. I'm totally.
confused.
I am lost.
Shocker. I'm confused. So, as you said, there's so many conversations going on here. FATHERFISH, I think you missed the fact that Sarah Campbell joined your membership. She is a snook.
Where is this?
I saw it, but I don't think you saw it.
No, I didn't
Thank
see
you,
it.
Sue Ann. Well, I see it. I see it. I see you.
Got it.
Thank you so much. I was trying to figure out if it was Deborah.
I don't know if I can.
But like you said, same thing with me. My eyes are so watery this morning. It's like there's something in the air. Probably dust. Probably just dust. I don't know. All right, I've scrolled so far back. Okay, I'm losing track.
I thought I could post this, but
Oh, that is appropriate for Easter time, isn't it? Where Dunlop says the dogwood's blooming. I bet that's pretty. Oh, and Happy Grass Galore would like us to know, I am at 3 weeks with no water change. What should I be looking for regular regards to fish behavior if something is going wrong? Okay. So I think what they're asking is they haven't done the water change for 3 weeks. Everything's good. What should they be looking for moving forward that would indicate that he needs to do a water change?
just keep an eye on pH.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Keep an eye on your pH. So long as it's remaining stable, you're okay.
Yeah.
Joey, we have a guest in the waiting room, and it's Fishin. And Fishin,
awesome.
who just that quickly disappeared.
Oh,
He was there.
And two, I'm going to
What?
add to that, and then general behavior. If you see that your fish are acting weird or their color isn't quite right, to me that would indicate that I need to do a water change. I look for those things in my tanks.
Right.
What did I just see? Fish and Wings says they're going to pick up some angels from a local breeder, and they're going to try angelfish breeding. Awesome. It's fun. It is.
Rohan's talking about his fish flashing,
Okay.
which doesn't sound good.
All right, I'm trying to figure out this name at 9:34. Nauseating
Meetings in Georgia.
in Georgia. Welcome.
What,
Welcome.
what to do about overfert dirt? Cap is 2.5 inches. Roots appear burning from a different region. Da-da-da-da. Cap is 2.5 roots. You're probably putting them down in too deep.
Deep, yeah.
Just put the roots in halfway down into the sand, 1 inch in, and then let them work their way down into the deeper substrate.
Yeah. I'm reading Ren. I got fine gravel to put on my stratum because my fluvials won't work with dirt and sand. Almost broke the first one. Yeah. I sent you all an update on Ranchies. He's sassy and fatty. Awesome. She must have sent you an update in Discord, I'm assuming. So that's awesome.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And frugal. Fatherfish. I have Borneo sucker in my dirted betta neon tank. At night he comes out and bounces his head to stir the sand, then feeds. Very interesting to watch. I bet he's stirring up all the critters.
Right.
Yeah, I bet it is interesting. See if you can film it. I know it's hard at night getting good footage for that kind of stuff. All right.
I don't think the warmth Kings is talking about the temperature being in the high 80s Fahrenheit, 31 Celsius. And he says his plants are not doing well. I doubt seriously that temperature is the cause of that. Plants not doing well. Do some water changes, see if that helps. Don't know quite what's going on, but I don't believe high 80s is going to cause plants to stop growing.
Right. Rand, if those cichlids are excessively flashing, then I would, start suspecting
Right.
that parasites are a problem. Yeah. Do a water change. And then see how they are acting. If they're continuing to do it, then I would think that you would need to treat for external parasites. Yeah. Coffee says 77 watching, 61 likes. Smash the like button, people. That's right. Smash the like button. I don't want to hammer you too much. I don't want to aggravate you guys too much, but I'll aggravate you in a little bit. We'll do it again. Oh, yeah. Rohan says 2 doctor shows outside pond. Yep. Sure. Oh, he says Rohan says his Danny is flashing my outdoor pond. I need to show my tank. Long overdue. Maybe Saturday. Cool.
James is saying it depends on the plants. Not all plants like 87 Fahrenheit. Most plants, however, are tropical.
I don't keep my tank Yeah. I don't keep mine that high on a regular basis, but I will jump them up if I thought I had a nick problem, But I don't have a lot of experience
Amazon
with it. Like I
swords,
said, the high end.
Amazon swords grow here in Florida, in the
Yeah.
creeks and rivers. They can tolerate colder temperatures.
So they can tolerate a wide range then. They can tolerate
Yeah,
cold
they can.
and really
Yeah,
hot. Yeah.
yeah. Tam Shepherd just got her teaspoon for
Yeah.
keep it shirted.
Awesome, Tam. That's
Nice. How do you tell when your wood needs to be replaced? Um, Generally, when the Plecostomus have completely eaten it up and
right.
it's
When it's
disappeared, when it's gone, there's never a need to replace it unless it's causing a problem.
oh, Brent says I got my hoodie. Awesome. So you guys are ordering merch. That's great. HP says they don't mind the hammer. They don't mind the hammer. uh,
Ren is saying only plants you keep alive are moss and acris and Substrate. If you're doing Substrate, you're doing well. If
yeah,
you
because
do
that's the
that,
top.
you could do Vallisneria. You probably could do water sprite and water wisteria. They would probably do all right. And
Oh,
any of the valves, there are a lot of different valves.
Fish and Tankic says he got his box, so he got what you sent him. Oh, the
Oh,
fish.
good.
Good, good. Joey, the little critters in the sand, can we see them or do we need a microscope? I'm going to say you need,
You need
well,
a
maybe
it
not
makes a,
always a microscope, but
it
you're going
makes
to
a
need
good
that.
lens.
You're
Yeah,
going to need a magnifying glass, that's for sure.
yeah,
You can see a lot with a magnifying glass, believe it or
you
not.
really can.
That's why I
Yeah,
run around the house with mine.
right.
I keep it handy. It's all, it's always in front of a fish tank.
Right.
Tam, how did you make out with your angel fish eggs? Did you get any fry? I kind of
Yes.
lost track of that. I was just wondering how you were doing. Yeah, something like
My-
that. Yeah. You can see quite a bit with it, TJ. You'd be
Yeah, these
surprised.
are nice. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah, you absolutely can. That's awesome that they're buying your merch, Fatherfish.
Ren wants to attach a hammerhead shark to your
Well,
mallet.
you know what I did think of doing? Should I tell you or should I just do it? Kate Hartley, thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you.
Yes,
And she has a question or a statement. Um, I thought about, you know, the dazzling that. What do you guys think of that? I thought about, that I could just make it all sparkly because that's like really me to sparkle something up. What do you guys think about that?
cute idea.
I got a niece, my sister Steph's niece could bling this up for me in no time. Hattie could do this for me. She's got a little business. She sells some stuff. It's called Dance Habit Designs, and I know she could bling up my mallet. What do you guys think? A shark or bling or leave it as is? What do you guys think? Vote on it. Let me
Oh,
know.
it definitely needs to be blinged.
It needs. I know. I feel like it needs to be blinged. Can you imagine all the sparkle? And while we're at it, it's hammer time. Smash the like button, people. Okay, paint it gold. Sparkle away, Jean says. Mr. Manifest says gold. Gold's not my color. I'm a white gold platinum girl. So can't be gold. Can't be gold. I'm all the way to platinum. I know I never wear any jewelry, but that's that's what
Thank
I
you,
am.
Kate Hartley, for your super chat. Said
Thank you
using
so
the
much.
substrate formula in her 20, looking good 3 months in. Thank you, Father Fish.
Awesome.
You betcha.
Yeah. Oh, it needs a papa fish shark tooth on it. It needs a megalodon tooth.
I need to find my maid. I don't know where it
Yeah.
is.
The bling wins. Roz, my sister says the bling wins. Yeah, I may just have to. I may just have to bling that thing up.
Father Fish.
Yeah.
Hello.
I mean, I could do it myself, but Hattie's all set to do it. She's got all the stuff, so I could just pay her to do it. Maybe I should get
You're
a new
having
one. I need a new one. This one's been used a lot. Any Amish fish keepers? That's really a good question. Word Done Life is asking if there are any Amish fish keepers in the group. Asking for a friend. That's a great question.
Amish fish keepers. I wonder if there are any Amish fish keepers.
Sorry. Frugal. TJ says, Joey, turn the hammer into a giant moss ball.
I saw that. I saw that.
That's funny. I'm going to have to work on. I got so many projects that I want to work on that would be so funny. There aren't enough hours in the day. See, this stuff just goes through my mind. I sit here going, ooh, I could do this. I could do that, you know. Tasaki, yeah. Yes, I have. I have run. Certainly not anything I could get around here. I would have to order, but yes, I absolutely have heard of them. And you want to put it in with your ranchu? Yeah, awesome. Be great. How the Amish fish keeper's going to let us know it. That's true. You know what? You know what's funny is there are so many Amish that are in the saddlebred business, and we have a division called the Road Horse Division, and use standardbred horses for that. Class called Roadster to Bike. But there are a lot of Amish involved in the business, and they will communicate through friends. You know, they'll use sometimes a friend's phone or whatever. So you'd be surprised they can still, you know, be within their religion, but communicate with the outside world. So they have ways. They have ways. All right, what else have we got here? Well, Ren, there is that. Yeah, if you would like you. Some people mix them, but you know, I wouldn't put single-tail goldfish in with my fancy goldfish because of exactly that reason. They'll get out-competed for food. Yeah, they can't swim as fast. So yeah, just find, you know, the ones that exactly swim the same, have similar behavior. It's a good way to go.
Mini geophagus. I
Mini
don't know what.
geophagus.
Yeah, somebody's asking.
Mr. Manifesto says, "Oh no, no, I know they aren't Mr. Manifesto. Some of them have cell phones and everything, and I mean, obviously they come to the thing with trucks and trailers, and it's just, I guess it's whatever they decide is their level. But no, they definitely can communicate.
I don't know about minis.
I don't know about minis either.
There are a lot of geophagus.
Oh, hi, Keisha. How are you? Florida Fish Rescue's in here. Good morning. Why not Wyoming? Good morning. A few people have come in. I haven't been paying attention. And yapping about bedazzling my hammer. Sorry. I got preoccupied with plugging up the hammer. Jeffrey Watts, good morning.
Ooh. Have not heard of the mini geophagus, Ren.
Okay, let's not get into the goldfish thing, guys. I just like to say it's everybody's choice. It's a personal choice, which goldfish or any kind of species anybody wants to keep. So she's doing a good job and she loves them. It's whatever you want to do. Good morning, Aquatic Nest. Thanks for coming in. Dr. Blackie. Hello. Good day.
Hey, Blackie.
All right, Guppy says, Keisha says, my guppies have now more space, and the injured guppy has a vase on its own, it turns out. that I have 2 males after all. Oh, awesome. So yeah, they just needed to mature a little bit more. So there you go. You're in good shape.
So Keynes is talking about, yes, an open tank with no filtration. Water is fine, fish are fine, but there's an oily layer on top. How do you get rid of that without a skimmer? Um, t- Take a cup or a glass and tip it, put it in the water and tip it down so you can skim the surface of it. You can get all of that off in a matter of a few minutes. The problem is you got to go back and do it routinely. It is algae, typically. It's algae that's growing on the surface. It's not dangerous. It's not a problem. It's not preventing CO2 O2 exchange. Um, but that's about
Dave,
the only way to get it off without skimming. You could do
yeah.
floating plants, and floating plants will help to control it.
hmm Um, David, you get that badge when you join the membership. That means um, she's a member. That's where you get that little green badge.
Yeah, that's a YouTube membership.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody, gets Fatherfish can pass out the wrench, but the green badge comes from joining his
Yeah,
membership.
Kyle's is saying, is it biofilm? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Snails and
biofilm. Yeah.
goby. Yeah, and that's right. The snails will eat it. Put
Yeah.
some mystery snails. Well, I don't know about neorites. Mysteries
Um,
will eat it.
I don't think the neorites eat it, but the mystery snails and the ram's horns, I think, eat it. I don't think the neorites eat it.
Cody is suggesting gravel vacuuming the surface by lifting and dropping the opening of the vac. Yeah, in other words, you can use a vac as a skimmer. Somebody had a video about that
Yeah, Chris was
recently.
talking about, the linear piston pump. Can you run a gang of outlets off a linear piston pump, or do you need an outlet for each drop of air? In other words, can I run one drop and then gang off the drop? It depends on the
Yes, you
pump,
can.
but you
Yeah,
should be able
absolutely.
to. Yeah.
Yeah,
If it's
yeah,
a good, strong one, yes.
yeah.
I saw something else
I
about,
just ordered one.
yeah. Um, I don't know. I lost what I thought I was looking at. Sorry, guys. We're both reading. So it's
Right.
unusual to have these silences. I usually have at least something to say, right? No. Um, Word Dunlap, how much general care is used to treat red tide? I don't know. Red tide's a bacteria.
It is indeed. That's right.
It's not a parasite, it's a bacteria.
Right.
And around here, when you get growing up, if you went into the water before the tide came in over the channel and really mixed, if you were impatient and went in and were playing in there, you would get what we would call the quahog itch, and man, it would get in your skin and bump up, and you'd have almost things that look like chicken pox, and you want to talk about itchy, and only people from around here understand it, because if you say you got that, they're like, that's not real, and I'm like, oh yeah, it is. It is horrible. The quahog itch, that's what we call it.
Oh, I need to take a break, Joey. Excuse me a minute.
Okay, sure. All right. All right. What do we get? What do we get? Um, Sorry, I was answering a question. Um, Ren, I can never remember all the passwords. Oh, I get it. I got a whole list of passwords that I keep in a really safe place, and then you have to remember where you keep them, right? All right. I don't see anything. You got more rummy nose and breast nose? Oh, cool. Rummy nose are really pretty. I mean, when you get a school of rummy nose and they're healthy, I think they're awesome. I don't keep them because I don't keep tetras because I have hard alkaline water and I don't want to mess with my water, so I don't keep tetras. But I appreciate them, and there's so many pretty ones. So many pretty ones. Master Black, I am the worst nightmare of fish keeper right now. Oh no. Okay, so you put it out there. Do tell what happened. Whatever it is. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I know. Blackie must be it must be really late there. You've been up all night again? You have to have been to be in here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Master Black. If you put it up higher in the chat, I missed it. Good morning, Mike D. Thanks for coming in.
I need to take my camera with me today and see if we can do a collecting video.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Have any juice in here? What have I got? 135 minutes. That'll do.
Yes, I don't know, but Master Black says they have an awful lot of plants.
A lily fish.
But
Never heard of a lily fish.
Me either.
Looks like a small gourami. Blue. Like a very small 3-spot. Just no spots. Lily fish. Never heard of a lily fish.
It's very small, 3-spot gourami, just no spots. Can you send a picture of it?
No, really.
FATHERFISH's email, because I have no idea. Blackie says he's got to stream in 3 hours, and us kids are keeping him up. Well, you should go to bed.
Really?
As we like to say around here, we get real mad about it. We get real grumpy about it. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed. You know why? Because I gotta get up. Everybody we get real grumpy about that. I gotta go to bed because I gotta get up. It's the main thing. I'm waiting to see. Did you? Well, Master Black was talking about something with this tank, and I'm waiting to see if they tell me what's wrong with it. Because if they said something earlier in the chat, I missed it. Did you see anything? They say they're removing plants. I'm just not sure what's going on.
No. He said water became super cloudy. Probably because he stirred it up. Talking about almost 100 plants.
Yeah. I don't know, Blackie. Just try it. Try some sleep.
Removing fish and plants on is 66.
Right. He says he's the worst fish keeper or something. Or I'm like, I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
I don't know. Jeffy's looking forward to the next Aquatic Nest and Maple Street videos, I guess. They do some good stuff. They really do.
Oh.
They have interesting fish. All they keep saying is, I'm a nightmare of a fish keeper. Okay, well, you know what? It sounds like you're redoing, whatever it is you're doing, just do some water changes. You'll get it back. You'll get it back.
Swampy Acres, hello.
Always be fixed. Chevy, thank you for dropping my link. Thank you so much. Swampy's in here. Tom's in here. Good morning. How are you?
Did I give away my Yabba Habba? Oh, I haven't had an Yabba Habba in a few years. I sold the last few I had. Me trying to get some more. That's a fish that has to be kept by itself. So you really need a dedicated tank
Yeah.
for an Yabba Habba. Tab is talking about micro eel culture. Micro eel.
A micro eel? Do they mean micro worm? Do you mean micro worm, or do you really mean micro eel? Hello, Vipin. How are you?
Is that like a vinegar eel or a micro?
I think she was talking about micro worms. Did you mean micro worms, Tam? And did she ever answer the question about the angelfish fry? Did you get any, Tam?
I did not see an answer.
I didn't see it, but I've been talking an awful lot. I got really preoccupied with blowing up my hammer, so I got sidetracked for a bit, thinking about that. That's a shocker.
I have trouble getting on Discord. Go to my channel page. Click on the community link, the top button. If you'll click on that, that'll take you to it. And then you need to download Discord. You need to have it working. It's an app you need to have on your system.
Yeah, we figured that out. Yeah, that you have to have the app, because I couldn't get on it either. Yeah, you have to have the app. Yeah, Rohan, I mean, I'm assuming you're right. She's either talking about vinegar eels or microworms, just not sure which she's doing. I'm assuming it's one or the other. Yeah. I think you're right. Master Black, are there shrimps and bristlenose plecos to be removed there too? Oh, wow. Well, you got a project going. You got a project going for sure.
King wants to know if female bettas blow a bubble nest. No, but they can blow bubbles.
Right.
And some
they don't usually make a nest.
You won't get a nest probably.
If you have
some bubbles.
If you have a quote female making a nest, it's probably a male.
Probably. Yep.
And they can look, well, even females can turn into males. You don't see it a lot, but it happens. You will have a female and they will turn into a male. It can happen. I've had it happen, but it doesn't happen a lot. It can happen. Oh, Master Black has a leaking tank. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got a huge project going.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah. But at least you're on it. You found it in time where you can save your fish. You didn't walk in. Like I walked in, I fed my fish in the afternoon, and then I went to go get something upstairs, and I looked over. I only had one tank in my office, and I looked over, and I was like, the light looks so funny in the fish tank. It looks weird. And then I looked over and realized that's because the whole tank was empty. It had dropped, the bottom seal dropped, and it was gone. So I couldn't really save the fish. I saved a handful of guppies out of there. So
Rohan wants to feed tree frogs to his Oscar.
Tree frogs to his Oscar?
There are two kinds of tree frogs, but they're more than two. But if you're in Florida, there are two. There's the Cuban tree frog, which is toxic.
I would say poisonous, right? Yeah.
Yeah. If you feed the Cuban tree frog to your Oscar, it'll kill the Oscar. The green tree frog is not toxic, but why would you want to do that? They've almost become extinct here in Southwest Florida because they've been driven out by the Cuban tree frog. So you got to be careful about frogs. There are a lot of frogs that are toxic and really can't be eaten.
Blackie says Oscars can digest toy trucks. Is it a chocolate truck? Is it a chocolate truck? Maybe You've been feeding your Oscars a lot of trucks, Bucky. Is that for the iron? You trying to get some iron content in there? Sorry, guys.
Really?
Oh. Oh, Blackie says all Australian tree frogs are non-toxic. So that
Well,
would
the
make
South American, yeah.
Yep. Yep. Hmm. Oh, Master Black says in Discord they are called Red Lord 93 in Discord, by the way. Have you seen Red Lord 93 in there, Fatherfish?
No.
You have not? Okay.
Might be on a different channel.
Okay.
Get them in my channel.
Let's not encourage them to do what, Blackie? Chocolate trucks? I don't know. All right. I need to wake you guys up. It's hammer time. Smash the like button, people. Let's go. Why I call it a nightmare. Yeah, no, it is. A leaking tank is a nightmare. I don't care.
Yes, indeed. Right.
All right, Ren says, what's the username or tag? The link isn't working. Is there a different link every day for Discord? I don't understand.
No.
Okay.
No. It does expire periodically.
Well, yeah, Blackie, you should go to my channel. I did some chocolate microworms. You can watch that video. That's why I'm teasing you about a chocolate truck. Because I actually have some chocolate microworms.
Here's his dirty tank. If you lower the water level, you'll be able to catch the fish. Look at the algae. Yeah. The algae that are sitting on the net handle.
Yeah. No, Fatherfish is right. Just drop it down and you'll catch them. Less of a chase.
On a mess.
Yeah. Absolutely. Rohan says we'll be adding Big Molly along with a smaller fry, act like a security blanket. Yep. Get rid of potential dragonfly larvae in a small outdoor tub.
Big Molly along with
So he wants to know adding the mollies, they'll get rid of the dragonfly larvae.
You're suggesting the big molly's can eat the small dragonfly larvae. There are other fish that'll do better with them, but then they'll eat your fry. So I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, you could try it. Good morning, Aquarium Man and Bows and Barrels. Hello. Good morning. And Timo.
Bows barrels, they recently added sand over my gravel, and now the waste is creeping up through the sand. Added more sand the other day. At what point do I clean the sand or add more sand? Do not clean the sand. Add more sand.
Where's the bell?
Just add. Thank you. Add it by the hand.
Wait, ding, ding, ding. The sand bell.
Sand bell.
Sand bell.
Add it by the half inch until you get control of the problem.
And what else, Fatherfish? Something about the feeding the fish so you get control. What? Something about the feeding of the fish so you get control.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. Thank you, Lori, for dropping my link. And we have a new person. Is it Timo Gumsy? Is that it? It says good afternoon. Hello. Welcome.
Timo Gums. Hello, Timo.
Abolished. Nice. Hello.
Yeah.
How are you? Yes, Blackie, but it's going to keep you awake. You need to stop listening because we're going to keep hammering you with, with hammers and bells.
Oh, Tam said I
Hi,
answered
hi.
the
I'm crazy.
Tam answered the angelfish question. She said she's doing a water change. It appears she has a couple of hundred fry right
Yeah.
now.
Awesome,
That's
Tam.
exciting.
Good
Good
for you.
job. Good
Good for
job.
you. That's what I was hoping to hear. I was hoping to hear that you had some fry. Cool. Well, good luck with them. So, are you growing microworms or vinegar eels? Which setup have you cultured? What are you working on? But those are going to take, if you're doing microworms, you're going to be 7 to 10 days getting the culture going. So I hope you have something else to feed them. Do some brine shrimp.
Right. It's going to take a little while.
Yeah.
You can maybe get something in 2 or 3 days, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
won't be much.
I
But
was
then,
like, yeah.
you might get away with it.
Yeah. I don't think you'll get enough to feed. 81 to 88, the bell must be working. Yes!
I think so.
I'm scaring them into smashing the like button.
Look at that. We got 82 thumbs up and 88 watching.
Woo!
80 up. All right.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for playing the game. Thanks.
Right. Bows and barrels feeds about every 3 days. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sure.
So you should be good. Yeah.
That's better. Timo
So,
is in Sweden.
you know, like Father Fish said, add your sand, but you can also do a few, water changes and just get it balanced out.
Yeah, yeah.
HB, yeah, that's right. I'm a level of crazy I don't show on this show because Father Fish is a little there's more. Let me tell you, there's more.
We'll get a
Do black bears know to change sex? I read somewhere they do. I don't know about that.
crazy Joey stream going.
Like, what do you? I don't. I'm not. I have not experienced live bears changing sex. Have
Crazy
you?
thing. No, not really.
I say I have
Um,
not. Yeah, that is
there,
yes.
there are stories about that happening. Swords, for example, are reputed. The females are reputed to become males when they get big. I don't know about any of that, frankly. Although I've had farmers tell me it's so.
Yeah, I've never experienced it myself, so I can't tell you.
Those
Um,
and barrels says my brilliant raspberries
I
are no
know.
longer
You're
brilliant.
brilliant.
Yeah, you may need to um,
Um, Blackie,
educate them.
I think up above Chevy dropped my link. Or could you redrop it for Blackie? Could you do that, Chevy? Thank you. You're the only person that calls me Hattie.
That's
It's
funny.
cute though. It's cute.
Chevy Fish has a logo, the very unique one.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, Cody wants to sponsor. Yep, absolutely. It's super fun. That's why we all do it. But you are right to be ready. You need to be prepared if you can with your foods and just be you know ready to do it. And that way you have the food and it's not stressful. It is stressful when you have babies. You don't have anything to feed them. That gets stressful.
Right.
So,
You bet.
so just be ready, prepare ahead. Keep in mind, like I said, microworms are going to take you 7 to 10 days to get a really good culture. So keep that in mind when you're
Here's
thinking
the
about doing.
reality. Once the eggs are laid, it's 2 to 3 days for them to
Mm-hmm.
hatch. and then another 2 or 3 days for them to be free swimming and capable of eating.
Yeah.
So once they pair off and start laying eggs, at that point you've got a week. If you can get that microworm culture going within 24 hours of the eggs being laid, you're probably going to be okay.
Yeah. But get right on it. Thank you, ladies. Lori dropped the link for the video, and Chevy's for my channel. Thank you both for dropping those links. No, I haven't seen Stephen the biologist. Actually, Florida.
Stephen is on. He's on Discord daily.
Okay, so he just hasn't had time to come into the chats. Okay.
He's been busy. He's actually
busy guy.
been out working. He's got a pretty busy practice. He travels all over the East Coast, working with laboratories and facilities on fish disease related problems.
Yeah.
But he is available pretty much every day on Discord.
Chevy Fish just chimed in on the Livebearer thing. She says some Livebearers are really late bloomers, but I have seen a video on it happening. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of it occasionally, but I haven't seen it. But I agree with you, Chevy. I think sometimes it's the mix of the late bloomer. It makes people think that they've changed.
That's right.
They think they've changed. It's just that they didn't mature as fast. Yeah.
Here's the thing that's interesting about the swords. The farmers who raise swordtails in ponds, when they come out, they'll set a trap, and they'll pull out all those fish caught in the trap, and they'll put them in a pan, and they'll start picking them up by hand. The tiny males that they get, they throw them on the ground. They don't allow them. They don't sell them, and they don't allow them to mature beyond that. What they discover is that there's another strain of males that'll be much bigger, that look like females, that won't begin developing male genitalia until they're about 2 to 2.5 inches long.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the ones they sell. So it's a curious thing that happens in the strain or in the species. And a lot of fish species are like that. A lot of fish species will produce two populations of male, one of which will be very tiny, the other of which will be much larger.
Smartphone.
Don't know why. There's some really... Somebody's breaking in on us.
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I don't either. Okay.
It was a crossover signal, apparently.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, because it did something weird on my end. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. There's some videos about shell dwellers showing tiny little male shell dwellers running in packs in a wild population where there's a great, huge, maybe an acre of shell dwellers. And the little tiny males will break into a pack and go into the shell and breed with the female in the shell without the dominant male that's 4 to 5 times bigger, even knowing they're in there. They're marauders, basically, referred to as juveniles, but they're really a tiny species of that same fish.
Mm-hmm. We have a couple things, FATHERFISH. I liked what Blackie said. He said about Steven, he said he's a discordologist now. Which is very good. Discordologist. Yeah, so we have a question from Grommel76 about the best way to grow infusoria, and then And then we have a question from Gray Wolf about the sand. And you know what? We don't mind these questions that we answer all the time because you wouldn't ask it if you didn't need to know. So we're willing to answer, no problem. So we'll do the infusoria and then we'll do the sand.
Oh, Fish has an interesting observation of Anophesoria. If you add a little bit of yeast, it promotes quicker growth. It'll foul, but
Yeah.
and it'll smell, so you want to put it outside.
Okay, so how do you start it? How do they start one, Fatherfish? How do they start a little culture for infusoria?
Just put a lettuce leaf. She's recommending romaine lettuce leaf in a jar of rainwater, sprinkle with yeast, and set it outside in a window. Needs to get sunlight, and it will just grow infusoria very quickly in a matter of days. When it gets foul and rank, don't throw it out because if you look at it carefully, particularly through a lens, you'll see millions of tiny little swimming critters. And those are parametheum that are great food for tiny baby fish.
That's right.
So you want to.
So Gray Wolf has the question.
Yes.
Want to do what? Sorry.
What's the question?
I think we now have a lag. Should I drop down and come back? I think I need to drop down and come back. I think after whatever that glitch was, we have a lag. The question is at 10:17. It's Gray Wolf about how to use the sand. I'm going to drop down and come back. He should be able to use that link.
Go ahead. Okay, you got the link. I think she got the link. Well, she doesn't have the link. Let me get the link here. Copy. My eyes are getting really. Everything is blurry. I know this question is asked so many times. What's the best sand to use? Do I wash it out? Also, can I add it with fish in the tank? There she is. Are you there, Joey? I don't know what's going on. Add the stream. Huh. I think we lost Joey. We lost Joey. Let me see if I got the link here again. All right, let's see if we can get her back up. We lost Joey. The sand issue. I use pool filter sand. Any sand will do. Wash it if it's got a lot of dust in it. And you can add it with fish in the tank. It's not going to bother them. If it has a lot of dust in it, it will be a problem. Because it'll get trapped in the gill plates of the fish. I'm afraid we've lost Joey. And we're getting down to the end here. Huh. Let me just give her the link one more time. I did on one occasion. There she is. On one occasion, I used a very dusty sand. It's a very fine sand, and I did not rinse it. I put it in the tank, and it did kill a couple of fish. It was so dusty that the water was milky from the fine dust in the sand, and it took a couple of days to clear that up. So if you want to check first and see if it's very dusty, then rinse it. The pool filter sand is not. It's perfect. You can use it just the way it is.
I
And
probably should have gone to make coffee. Florida fish. I had to actually. It wouldn't let me out. I was trying to get out, and I still had your audio coming through. It wouldn't disconnect. I had to actually shut my device off. It was the only way I could get it to. It wouldn't. It would. I kept saying, "Father Fish, can you kick me off?"
yeah, I did finally kick you off.
Wouldn't let me go, and it was like, so I couldn't come back. So anyway, that's why it took so long. I finally was like, I'm just shutting the whole thing down, starting over. So yeah, I could have gone for coffee.
Coffee has a terrible disease called MTS. Yeah, MTS
Yeah,
is it's
we
a
all have that.
disease. A lot of people on YouTube in the fish fam have MTS.
It
And
really affects your horizontal surfaces in your house. Horizontal surface disease. Because you're always eyeballing a spot.
right.
Yes, then you can add sand. No, it won't get in their gills. You can add the sand while they're in it. Just go
Yeah,
for
not
it.
a problem.
Yeah.
Chevy Fish is talking about keeping the infusoria culture going
Yeah,
with
with the
very
yeast.
tiny bits of yeast
Yeah.
throughout the week.
Cody, that's a good tip. So shut your filters off when you add your sand. Yes, absolutely. Good tip. Thank you.
If you have hang on the back filters,
Yeah,
you
shut them
have
off.
best turn them off when you add sand. If you don't, as that sand goes past the intake, it'll suck it up, and some of those grains will get up to the impeller and will score the impeller, if not jam it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a real issue. It's critical if you've got, doesn't matter with sponge filters, but with
Right.
hang on the back filters or any filter that has an impeller, you want to make sure you turn it off before you put sand in there, or it'll suck it in and it'll clog up or burn out or score the impeller.
Yeah. Somebody else was talking about interesting sand. I think obviously different parts of the United States there are various sands available, but it sounded really really good. I'm like, ooh, that sounds cool. There's like somewhere in Colorado or something. I'm like, yeah, probably won't get that here. Um, so yeah, different things are available.
But use Riverstone,
Yeah,
use Stone River Premium Aquarium sand. That's
yeah,
probably fine. It's also probably rinsed.
yeah,
The premium, what my guess is they're calling it premium because they rinsed it.
yeah. Chevy Fish says a tip when adding sand is to in a put it in a jar of tank water and shake it so it sinks easier. Okay, so pre-wet it with that tank water. Yep, that sounds good. Bucky Brown. Good morning, downtown Bucky Brown. Hello, Maple Street. How are you? Good to see
There
you.
are a lot of different. There are a lot of different sizes of sand. The colored sand or art sand that you find occasionally is extremely fine. It's like the Sahara Desert sand. It's
Yeah,
very, very fine, and it's so fine that it has a tendency to float in the water. It'll form little bubbles. You have to break up the bubbles to get it to sink. Full filter sand won't do that. It's coarser.
yeah. How we doing on our likes, Father Fish? Getting close to
So let's take a look.
10:30.
We're at 81 watching, 89 thumbs up. So
Wow,
we've just turned it around. We
we
have.
turned it around. So
Get around.
we don't need hammer time. Okay,
We're good,
we're
and I
good.
think we're hitting the witching hour here, and people are beginning to fall off.
I know that's
So
why I was gonna hit it one more time if we needed it, but that's okay. I can save it.
I think we're good.
All right,
Let's,
Marty 80. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning.
let's see if I can find.
Yeah, Father Fish's email. Yep. All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming in. It was fun. I had a good time. I'll see what I can do about, fancying up that hammer.
Right. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Nice
really.
to have you all with us.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for
Yeah. Oh, there she is. Bye bye, all. Nice to have you with us. Love you all. Look at him. Look at him.